Hello, so we're back again with a new vid, this time about promotion and advertising and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Right, so this is a really big subject, so this is going to be quite a long video. I'm just going to show you a little bit of the tips that I've been given to me and some of the bits that I do to promote my stuff. I mean, I'm brand new as well, so you're coming on this journey with me. So if this doesn't actually work, we'll all know together. But trust me, some of it's going to work. So let's get into the first one, shall we? So we're going to start, actually, where does it all start? So if you're on RedBubble, it probably starts there for you. When it comes to advertising, RedBubble's pretty much got you covered. I know they've got a growing base, and I just want to make a point on that because I joined in October, and the promotional material that was going out then said blah blah blah, 600,000 plus other artists on the platform, and like within a month I got some more promotional material and it said 700,000 artists on the platform. So there's a lot of competition, but they will eventually get round to promoting your stuff, so don't worry, they will eventually do it. And I could probably show you down here actually. You just got a glimpse of some stuff there, and you're probably going to get a glimpse again because we're going to change this to 30 days. There we go. We'll change that to 30 days and go down here. So I'm just skipping past because I don't want you to see a whole list of my artwork. I don't mind sharing one or two pieces, but there's no need to show it all. So yeah, you can see that I was posting a lot here, but all of a sudden, boom, it jumped up, and I don't know why. I think they've caught onto my stuff. That's all. And this is before I started going even harder, because I think it was about here. No, it was probably about here I started posting 60 a day for like a week. So I think this is going to make another little jump up as well. So you can see it does work. So don't get demotivated like I did if you don't see the numbers change, because all of a sudden things are going to change for you. This is Bitly. If you don't know what Bitly is, it basically shortens your links. You can put a long URL in there and it will shorten it down, and you can customize the end of it as well. And it looks a bit like what that says. That's the name of one of my artworks I've just put at the end there. So you can sign up with a free account. As you can see, there's me. I've got, well, you won't be able to see that part because it's got my full name in there, so I'll blur that bit out. But it says free account up there, and on a free account you get 1,000 links to use to just put out into the world. And if you're with Contrado like I am, and you can see that this Nebula Galaxy, whatever it says there, that comes up twice in the URL. So this is a good way of getting those shortened down, and it's free as well. So free is the best. And you can see I've made a few. Some have been clicked yet, but some of these top 4 are actually adverts that I haven't even put out yet. So we'll get round to that. We will get round to that. Next up is Tailwind. Now, this ain't got a big list of my artwork, but a big list of products you can see there. Now, Tailwind isn't free. It's free for the first, I don't know, like 400 pins or something like that, maybe. Don't quote me, but it's not like an ongoing free thing. You get a certain amount and then you're going to have to pay. Which I actually decided to do really early on, and I'm glad I did. Because, as you can see, I've got a lot of products. And if you look at it here, all of these things here, sorry about my mouse not coming up on the screen, but we're not doing detailed stuff here, but you can see the highlights coming up. All of these are pages of 200 pins that are ready to go out on a certain day, and it schedules them to go out into, and you can, you know, I've got it set up about 12 to 16 a day. So you can see Sunday and Monday I've got a lot more. I just copied someone else with that. I don't know if that's the way, but this gives you a thing. This all clear up here says tells you whether you're doing too many or repeating the same. So it's really good for that sort of thing. And what I do on here is anytime I make a product in RedBubble or Contrado, then I will come straight here, straight after, and make pins out of them all. Now, you can see my pins are slightly different here from the promotional material that you get from RedBubble or Contrado. It's actually got my business name and designed by MC Seth at the bottom. That's something I actually did with Photoshop that I learned from Unmesh, from Piximperfect, who I mentioned in my video about who to watch on YouTube. So if you want to know how to do that, watch him, or I might do a video on just that, because I think it's quite important for people who are trying to establish a brand as opposed to people who are setting up like niche stores and stuff like that. So yeah, I might show you how to do that in a future video. But I put that, I put all of my stuff through the process. So it makes the process of actually designing something longer, but I feel it's going to be worth it in the long run for me. And we'll move on to Pinterest, because my Tailwind is all about Pinterest. You can connect it to Instagram and Facebook, but you're going to have to pay again for those things. So just be careful with that, okay? And you can see that it just schedules everything, and I use the shuffle button a lot, so there's not a lot of stuff coming out together. It's all different. And as soon as I put something new in there, say I've got 30 drafts to put over in there, then they end up at the bottom, so I'll just shuffle that every time, so it's completely different what's coming. So if you wanted to set it up so you can actually lock, this one's locked because I actually have very few shoes on my Pinterest, so you can lock them, so that'll never get shuffled. That will always be out, going out today at 4:35. It's 12:55 at the moment. So yeah, you've got a lot of options here, and you can update these and, you know, update where it's going to a different board and stuff. So I'll show you about that in a bit. Next up we have Later. Now Later's, I use it for free, but you can have a paid version, and what you get is you get 30 posts a month for free that you can place on Instagram. Now it does have the option to put them onto Pinterest, Twitter and Facebook, but if you're posting something to Instagram anyway, more than likely you can just press the switch to make it go to Facebook as well. I used to use that, but I do it a little bit differently now. I'll go into a little bit of detail about what I do. So you'll upload just the one picture here that I want to feature. So say I've got this lunchbox up here that I've got. I haven't actually put that down yet. Let's put one down that we actually have here. So this just went out today. This one. So you can't actually see, that's a really bad one. So we've got this kimono here. So this went out today, and I just put a lot of details in there. This is what I put in there. I use bit.ly links for all the stores on Contrado, because they're global and the stores do look very different in different places of the world as well. And of course it's going to change your currency as well, without the person having to scroll down to the bottom and clicking something and maybe losing where they are on your product. So that's quite an important tip. So I just put a little piece about it, a link where they can purchase it, a link where they can purchase more products with the same design, and a link for the store, and of course your hashtags. Because I have a free account, I can't put that in the first comment, but you can obviously upgrade and do that if you want. So that's what I do on Later, and I set them up one a day. I know that's a bit excessive, but at the rate I'm going producing products at the minute, I have to go one a day. Otherwise this is going to be so far behind where I am, and I would like everything to be at the same point. I know no one's probably got that, but I'm trying to aim for that at the moment. So we've done Later. If you want to know anything more about these, just pop a little comment in the comment section below, and I'll get around to answering your comment. So we're going to move on to Pinterest now. Now you can see I've left my banner as the changing products, because I kind of like that. I don't want to make a banner for Pinterest. I usually make one for every single platform, but I don't. So you can see I've got all of my boards here, and 16,000 monthly viewers. Now I've set this up, I'll show you, because some people are a bit skeptical about numbers and stuff. I'm one of them. So if I put that on 90 days, there's no way I've had this going. Yeah, okay. You can see in late October, that's when I started producing the artwork and putting it up on RedBubble. And then a bit later around here, I started on Contrado and bumped into Lisa Irby on YouTube and dumped don't do this. I dumped like 3,000 pins in the course of like 2 or 3 days. But you're not supposed to do that. I didn't get told off, but every bit of like videos I was watching was telling me not to do that. So I found Tailwind, set that up for free for as long as I could until it told me I had to pay, and then I paid them. I paid them £12 because I thought it'd be worth it, and you can see it proper bumped me up over Christmas time. We had the dip, and now we're sort of climbing slowly again. So that's Pinterest. And what I wanted to mention about Pinterest in this video as well, if I go back to my account, like you won't see these if you go there, but I have just today set up a independent artist board which I want to share with other people on Contrado, so you can post your items in there. I'll post a couple in there, but I want loads of other artists from Contrado to put their stuff in there, and we can all have a board together. So if you wish to join the board and you're a Contrado artist, just follow me on Pinterest and I'll get in touch, and I'll allow you to pop some of your designs in there as well. So next up, Twitter. Twitter is what it is. I don't use it that much, because you don't get to write that much, and the posts from Facebook and Instagram don't, you know, you can't eliminate some of the links in there because what's the point of having it? So there you go. Instagram, I forgot what it was called then, but yeah, I'm still learning Instagram. So I've learned from Shimmy Morris that you should put funny stuff in there every so often, every day pretty much. But I've been using these little inspirational quotes because I like them myself, and I don't want to just be popular because things are popular. Like, I like these 2 quotes, and you can see this one got 9 likes compared to 4 likes, so things are that one's got a comment, so that's worth a bit more, I guess. But you can see my Instagram page is growing, and it links directly to my Contrado store in a short bit.ly link that I've told you about already in this video. So yeah, there's that. Next up, Facebook. Facebook just mimics Instagram for me, but one thing I do, if I click this and go in here, that's a bad example. On the later post, when later fires out a post to Instagram, you have to do it all on your phone, so it's a bit of a nightmare, but I do it anyway. So later we'll say, here's that photo and here's that description to your phone, and I'll say okay, and it downloads the photo and copies the description to the phone's clipboard, and then start an Instagram post, come out of the Instagram post and start a new Instagram post, because it doesn't let you do it that way, and add 10 pictures, because Instagram lets you add 10 pictures. So people have got something to scroll through, so at least they can engage with your post that way. But I stopped pressing the tick to get it sent over to my Serial Carnage page here on Facebook, because on Facebook you can add a lot more photos to one post. Now if we go into the post, this is a bikini for example, we got it written here. It says what it is, what number my artwork it is, if you want to purchase that bikini direct or more designs, or you can find the whole store. And that is changed from photo. It takes me a long time, but I think advertising, you should put more effort into drawing or making art digitally. This is what you need to put your more effort into, I think, because, you know, I'm not a great advertiser, I'm not a great drawer, but my drawings are done. So this is where you need to put your effort after they're done. It's not proper passive income. You need to put that extra effort in, because you can't rely on, like I said, RedBubble or Contrado's marketplace or merch. Well, you probably rely on Merch by Amazon because it's massive, but if you're not using Merch by Amazon, then, you know, you've got to do some stuff yourself, and you know, because your friends might not even know what you do. And I've had that. I've actually had that, and I'll put that into another video, because that's a really interesting story that came out of advertising from Facebook. So that's how I do it. And what I'll do is I'll change, you know, the men's swimming shorts, give it another link there, but it's the same here. So boom, and I'll do that every day without fail. Sometimes not at 7 AM you can see 11:06, but it is what it is. So next up is Facebook again, but I've just started a Contrado Stores group. I'm just gonna have some water, sorry. So because what I found when I was researching Contrado is there's nothing. There's a big Contrado sized hole inside the internet with no information about how to do anything. So I thought, I'm going to do it. And so part of that is this Facebook group. I've not got a lot of members. It's brand new, but if you are a Contrado Store owner, just know that this is a place where you can come and you can ask me anything, because I have made every single Contrado product more than once, probably about 20 to 30 times each, and you know how many products there is there. So you can ask me anything. I know everything about those products. I've sunk it in. And we've got, for instance, Tamara, she's new. She just posted 4 pictures of a chair. I don't mind things like that in the group. If you want to post 4 pictures of a chair and put your little link under, it's fine. But I think the reason a lot of people get annoyed by this in their group is because, remember that we aren't actually your target audience. We're trying to do the same as you. So what you're trying to do is sell to a seller the same thing. So just be careful with that, because if you do it too much, I might end up deleting the posts. But just remember, you're not likely to make sales from this group. It's to get information about, you know, posting on Contrado and changes in Contrado. And like for information, I got an email from them today saying that fanny packs are 50% off. So I'll post that in the group today. I'll post that right now. Actually, I'm a bad typer, so we'll do that later. I just left fanny in there. I better not hit enter by mistake. So anyway, the next up is a big one, because I've not had this mentioned in anybody's video that I watch about their stores, because a lot of the guys, they're quite private about their store names, and that's understandable, because there's a lot of artwork theft and stuff that goes on in the background that you've got to be careful of, and that's not something I look out for, but I can understand completely why they do it. But this is more about branding and stores like mine and trying to set up a brand for yourself, because one thing I like about Contrado, which I haven't even got on this list, I might stick them on the end, because there's a couple of bits I want to show you about branding, is the name of your store. Like, I pulled up like a ton of people on the first page of RedBubble, and although they might be doing well on RedBubble, you type in the name of their store and it just gets lost within Google. Whereas this is the name of my store. This is a brand I've had since for a long time. I've always used it for everything I do. We can say that D is for disco, because I used to do weddings and birthdays and stuff. Not really something I do much of now, if at all. I've still got the equipment and the skills, so you can hire me, but it's going to cost a lot more than what it did when I was actually active doing it, because I'm a busy guy. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. You want your name. If someone types in your business name, then you want to dominate the first page of Google. I don't know why I've started here, but the first page, this is completely my business name, and this is what you want. You can see Contrado, Pinterest, IMDb. That's interesting. What? I'm going to click on that in a minute. Yeah, Contrado, Pinterest, and you can see these are products. That's not me, and that's not, so it kind of stops there. But if we go to images, this is all me, apart from this. Yeah. And that's grown. That was more than it was like 2 days ago. And you can do that. That's not even my shop name. That's my brand name. But what I do secretly on RedBubble, not secretly, they tell you to do it in the tags. Put your business name in there, or your artist name. I put MC Seth, DJ Seth, and Serial Carnage as a tag in every single piece of my artwork, because it's going to come up. If somebody buys your stuff and they go back to RedBubble and type in your name, it won't come up. Your store is not going to come up. They don't list stores like that. So it's quite important to do that. And I've done the same with my MC Seth. Like, not all of this is me, but you know, I'm the first. There's me on Facebook. There's me on SoundCloud. There's my phone. That's not me. But we have the same name. There's me again. Casting Call Club. I'm a voice actor too. Pinterest. That's not me. Mixcloud. There's me. I'm a DJ. There's one of my DJ mixes. That's not me. So MC Seth's doing good on the first page as well. If I type in DJ Seth, we might get the same. Okay. What's all this? That's not me. Okay, that's not me. That's me. That's me. No, it's not. But you see what I mean. You want to get people finding you if you've got a name. But my I always refer to myself online as DJ/MC Seth, and that's what I used to do when I'm doing the shows and stuff. Look at that. I mean, so you will find that this is all me. Yeah. So you want to try and dominate those first pages of Google as well, because if they go to images, they're going to find your artwork. Of course, not all of it is going to come up. And this is other stuff that I do as well. I do a lot of events. That's what I used to do. That's how I learned Photoshop, making posters and thumbnails. So, yeah, a little bit of interesting stuff there. And we're going to go into Google Analytics now. Now you can see mine isn't so great, but I showed you my dashboard on RedBubble, and they don't match up. So I don't know what that's about. I really don't know what that's about. But it is growing. I can't really tell you much about Google Analytics, but use it because it will tell you what's selling, what's not, and how long people are sticking around for, and what they're buying and stuff, and where they come from. So if you're interested in that, get on that as well. Okay, so you can see I've got me Amazon KDP up there, and that's just because I've been watching Jack, and I've just got started at that. That's coming in another video, but we're concentrating on the Contrado Store right now. So again, with the advertising, you've got this branding section down here. Now it's not perfect, so what you want to do is you want to upload whatever brand picture you've got there, but also upload it to your actual product, your artwork listing as well, because sometimes it puts it out in funny dimensions, so you might want to change it. But you can put a little thank you message. I wish this was slightly longer. Obviously I use short URLs to find me Pinterest and me Facebook there. I think that's what they are. Should have really given them an end, but I didn't know about Bitly then, so I will change those in fact. And of course that's your logo there, which goes up in the corner of your website, brand name. I just think this is a nice touch that all the print-on-demand sites should have. You should be able to put your own label on the stuff that you made, especially if you're aiming to be a brand like I am, and you've got a general store that just sells a multitude of things. One last thing about Contrado as well is they've got this. No, that's this one. Oh yeah, they do Shopify. I'm having troubles with that at the moment. My store is not seen, and I missed out on my free trial. So there's something to think about. Anyway, we're going to finish there because we've covered quite a lot in that video, and I'm pretty pleased where we are. So yeah, I hope you got as much information as you needed out of that one. And again, if you've got any questions about Contrado products or print on demand in general, because I'm kind of moving myself into a broader term, because a lot of these tip videos that I'm putting out, they're not just strictly Contrado. You can use them for, you know, all the print on demand sites. So if you've got any questions regarding anything, hit me up. Anyways, I'll catch you soon. Peace.